Yummy. Hey everybody, Jay here. Today we're going to work on our chipper. This is our new to us McKissick Inc. Model number SC260. This is a 4-inch chipper powered by a V-twin Vanguard, and today we're just going to really check it over. Dad brought it up, I don't know, last week, and we finally got a battery for it. We really haven't done anything to it, so today what I want to do is I want to check the chipper blades, the knives, and change the oil. That's what we're going to do in it. Then we're going to fire it up and hear it run for the first time. So yeah, needless to say, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so all we have underneath is just 2 1/2-inch. Lift right off. Yep, and look at that. So there's one of the knives here. It's got a little, it could use a regrind, but for the most part, it's definitely respectable. Things first, let's check the belts. Everything is oh god. Everything which is 1/2 inch, which is nice. So there's 2 on the top. All right, we got those 4 bolts out. Oh, well, that was easier than I thought. Wow. Well, I'm no genius, but this is a double rib belt. I would imagine it should be on the pulley on both sides. I'm glad we took this cover off. There's also a grease fitting in here, which we need to grease. Let's fix that belt. Interesting. I thought this was a direct drive. Oh, that's also loose too. What the hell's going on? Thank God I took this cover off. So we got to realign that belt. And this is a centrifugal clutch. That's awesome. I thought this was a direct drive. So let's go ahead and tighten this down. That's concerning that was so loose. And let's fix this belt here, and then we'll grease it. That's better. I'll have to just run it. Yeah, that's a lot better. North American clutch. I didn't know I had a clutch. That's awesome. So it seems to me that there's an adjustment here that moves the whole motor, which obviously puts tension on the belt. So we need to realign and get that belt on all the way. That doesn't seem right to me. It's a double pulley for a reason. All right, so now that we loosened up those 4 motor mounts, I want to push this motor in to loosen up the belt. So that would be pull. See if we can give this a whack and see if she'll move. She's moving a bit. You're okay, Colton, it's just a bug. I wonder if we can ride this back. Yeah, there we go. Now we're on. I think that makes a lot more sense. All right, now that that's on, let's see if we tighten up our motor here. It'll put that seems about a 1/2 inch of play. All right, so that belt looks good. Looks like a good tension. Seems to be tracking pretty true, no dry rot. The Dayco Super V band. What I'm concerned about is this right here is a guide plate. You're supposed to have so much gap between your cutting tooth and this guide plate here. You don't want a huge gap where the limb would come in. And that's quite the gap. So we're gonna obviously adjust this feed plate here by loosening these 2 bolts. Judging by the paint not missing, looks like they never adjusted
so it's tough to tell, but we got a 20 and a 21 here. This is 0.41. This should be the gap between that cutting tooth and this guide plate. As you can see here, I mean, I could fit my pinky in there. That's a huge gap. You don't want that, so we're gonna gap this accordingly. So let me show you the before and I'll show you the after. Basically, so this is the guide right here. See how there's channels in there for adjustability? What happens is this thing sits in here and you can adjust this plate closer and farther away from the cutting edge. So if we move our cutting edge back up to see, but our cutting edge is in there, we're gonna adjust this plate to be 0.40 thousandths of an inch away from that cutting tooth. So let's do that and then I'll show you the end. So I know it's tough to see. Hopefully got some light in there. Hold on, let me see. I think you'll be able to see. There's the guide plate. This is our feeler gauge. You should be able to fit your 40 thousandth feeler gauge between, see that? Between the cutting tooth and this guide plate. So that's just at 40, maybe a little bit bigger. Now what you want to do is, I can sit you guys up here. See what I'm saying? That gap right there should be the spec. Now on this machine, it's 40 thousandths. So if we spin, we already checked each blade. You see that gap there? That's just about 40 thousandths of an inch. So obviously nothing's hitting. Yeah, I think we're good to roll. Let's go ahead and really tighten these two bolts down right here. Tighten these down. You don't want this plate moving at all, because if this plate slides and hits your teeth, bye-bye teeth. All right, so we got our teeth guide plate gapped. That's good. And if we come around here, we have our belt on properly. This is about a 1/2 inch gap. This is a clutch too, which I pointed out. We tighten that nut that holds everything on. Yeah, now we got to just change the oil, grease it, and it should be good. All right, so we got our battery in, but the problem is our terminals here are too small because this is a big battery. So we're just gonna pull start it. It should go. All right, so that is choke. I think that's fuel's on. It's on slow. Key on. Let's get this stuff out of here. It's the first time I've heard this run, so we're gonna see how she goes. Dad said she runs good. Drop the oil in a second, but I want to put some grease in it. There's definitely some remnants of prior grease, so that's good. There we go. Now we can start to see it. Ah, yeah. That's what we want. Nice, happy greased machine. Let's do the other side. I don't even know if I can get it. Come on, baby. There we go. Ooh, yummy. Chocolate milk. Okay. There she blows. Completely fill it, but I like to pre-fill my oil filters. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but all right, book says for this Vanguard here, 1.75 quarts. So let's go ahead and put that in and see what the dipstick looks like. All right, painstakingly do that tiny hole. That is 1.75 quarts for the Vanguard 16 horse. So let's go ahead and start it and check for leaks, and then we'll check our oil, and then if we're good, we'll put it all back together and we'll be out chipping. All right, everything seems good. Little oil on the exhaust. That's not gonna hurt anybody. Yeah, let's put this thing back together and be off. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, just take the time to go through if you buy a used piece of equipment and do the maintenance on it. Oil change filter, check blades, check belt. Doesn't matter what it is. Snowblower, wood chipper, you know, a lawnmower. Put in the effort and your equipment will pay it back, if that makes sense. Put the effort in prior and you'll get more out of your equipment. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless. We're gonna go put this back together and put it to work. We have that tree job that we were just working on, those double maples. Needless to say, we're gonna do a stress test on this next video. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless, and we'll see you guys out in the woods.